All right, let's dive into Philadelphia's luxury real estate scene. The numbers are telling a really surprising story right now. And hey, if you think the market's cooling off, you're going to want to stick around for this.
So let's just get right to it. The one question every single investor is asking themselves: where are the wealthiest buyers in Philadelphia parking their money in 2025? Let's follow that trail and find out.
And here's why that question is so important right now. Believe it or not, Zillow just ranked Philadelphia in the top 5 hottest real estate markets in the entire country. Yeah, that puts Philly in a totally elite tier when it comes to demand and, you guessed it, competition.
Okay, but what's really fascinating about this hot streak isn't just the ranking itself. It's the story behind it. This is not a simple across-the-board boom. What we're actually looking at is a tale of 2 completely different markets somehow coexisting in the very same city.
So you hear all these headlines talking about a cooling market, right? Well, the high end is playing by a totally different set of rules. We're talking about luxury properties, anything listed above, say, $900,000. They're not just surviving, they're thriving. And this isn't some small blip on the radar. It's a huge divergence from the rest of the market.
So, just how hot is it? Let's really dig into the numbers because they tell the whole story. It all comes down to 3 things: speed, cash, and some serious competition.
Get this, 8 days. That's it. That is the median time it takes for a luxury home to go under contract. Think about that. Half of these amazing properties are gone in just over a week. And a lot of the time, they're selling for more than the asking price. The pace is just blistering.
And you might be wondering, how are people funding these deals so fast? Well, a massive 37% are closing in cash. Cash! This is a perfect example of what I meant by a tale of 2 markets. These top-tier buyers, they're basically insulated from rising interest rates, which gives them incredible negotiating power.
Okay, so where's the competition the fiercest? The sweet spot seems to be right in that $1 to $1.5 million range. And the main battlegrounds? You guessed it, the city's most prestigious neighborhoods. We're talking Rittenhouse Square, Chestnut Hill, and Fittler Square.
All right, let's zoom in even closer. Where exactly is all this money flowing? We're about to go on a quick lightning tour of the neighborhoods that are absolutely leading the charge.
First up, Society Hill. And wow, this number is just staggering. The median sale price is up 52.7% year over year. That's not just growth, that's the market completely recalibrating itself, all driven by this incredible demand for that classic historic charm. But it's not all about those explosive, jaw-dropping numbers. Take a look at an established neighborhood like Chestnut Hill. Here we're seeing really strong, sustained growth, a 23.5% price jump. This just goes to show you the enduring value and the timeless appeal of classic luxury.
And that same kind of stability, it's like a magnet for buyers in Fittler Square. It's still one of the most affluent pockets in the entire city. With a median price around $940,000, it just consistently pulls in those top-tier buyers who want that perfect mix of a prime location that's also, calm and tranquil. Now, if we're talking about the absolute peak of the market, it's Rittenhouse Square. This is the pinnacle for luxury condos, period. We're seeing premium units here regularly selling for well over $2 million. It's the very definition of high-end city living.
And finally, let's look at an area that's really signaling where things might be headed: Graduate Hospital. Now, its median price is lower, sure, but it's widely seen as the fastest growing hub for families. This points to huge potential as demand starts to push outward from that traditional luxury core.
Okay, so we've seen the crazy numbers, we've toured the hot neighborhoods, but what does all of this actually mean for you? Let's break this all down into some real, actionable insights for any professional paying attention.
It really boils down to 3 key things. First, all that cash flying around, it completely changes the game when it comes to negotiating. Second, for out-of-state buyers, folks coming from expensive markets like New York or DC, Philly still feels like a major value play. And third, the sheer speed of these sales, that screams huge local confidence in the market.
And this brings us to a really vital lesson for any entrepreneur or business leader out there. In a market this competitive, where all the demand is clustered at the top, it's not always about having the highest price. The way you present your offer, with speed, with clarity, that can often be way more powerful. So, we've looked at all the data. Now it comes down to one simple thing. What's your move? From everything we've seen, it really looks like you're facing 2 very distinct philosophies.
On one hand, you've got the proven value in those insane recent gains in a place like Society Hill with all its historic charm. And on the other hand, you've got the forward-looking growth potential of an up-and-coming hub like Graduate Hospital.
So, I'll leave you with this question. If you were the one investing in Philly's super dynamic market, where would you place your bet? Would you go for the proven performance of that historic charm, or would you bank on the promise of future growth? It's a choice that really defines every great investor, isn't it?